Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans. You know, we're back to 350 days until Christmas 2026. It's only been a couple of weeks since Christmas, and here we are in the new year, the first live stream of 2026 here on the channel. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I know I was plenty busy. I had lots of stuff going on, so it's great to see you. Great to be here. Great to be talking about Star Wars again. And I see we've got some great friends in the chat, some absolutely fantastic people here. Dale saying, do it. Oh, it's a trap. And regarding the fan films, Dale, hot take, but I agree with you, my friend. I agree. He says the fans are going to give Disney their work, right? The fans' work for free. And then Disney's going to give the fans it says, so Disney can give the fans the new EU. People will adapt the EU with fan-made AI videos. Disney will copyright claim them and so on, right? So that's all the things. That's very, very true. It's all, not only that, they're teaching the AI how to do it better. AI is machine learning. Let's break it down. At this point, AI is machine learning. Anytime someone creates content using the tools, it teaches. And so the more you do, the more you teach, the better it gets. And around we go. And it's getting better and better. And the curve is really started ramping up really, really fast, really, really well. We'll talk about it more here in just a bit. Let's get through the rest of the comments here as we go. He says, of course, as soon as they're released, they'll be pirating. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't even know that they'll put it on Disney Plus. Maybe they will. It doesn't matter. They're still copyright claim it. And more important than that, it's a sign of life. We've covered fan films here since the beginning of the channel. When I was doing shows with the Magic Maker on a regular basis, by the way, hello, my friend. But we were doing shows with him on a regular basis. We did fan films about every week. We would cover them. The difference is this AI stuff has gotten really, really good, and it's put filmmaking in the hands of far more fans. So it just shows fans have a passion, they have a love for Star Wars, and they're doing stuff with it. It's great. It's not a dead franchise at all. Fitz says, and hello there, Fitz. Says, wait, Tom Cruise is directing Star Wars Mission Impossible. Oh, he's not directing anything, but he got his shoes dirty. We'll talk about that as well. And Meg, there's my good friend, Megan. Good to see you here, my friend. And it's great to chat with you here on the stream. I know we've kind of touched base during the break, but I will touch base here. I saw you said you probably want to get it onto the stream, but I had a thought. What if Filoni and Lin Brennan, right, make things worse? We find out Kathy was doing her best to stay Star Wars. Oh, Meg, you're right. You are right. A lot of times you have to tell people, be careful what you wish for, right? Be careful what you wish for. People, the unknown, and this is the same with any Star Wars content, right? They say, oh, there's Star Wars Starfighters coming out. and people start imagining what it could be about. And what they imagine are the things that they're passionate about, the things that they love. And as you get closer and closer, and you find out that it doesn't align with what you had in your heart, you either have to realign or you find that dissonance causes friction. And with that dissonance between what you expected, what you want, what you desire, and what you get can cause a great deal of dissatisfaction. We've seen that over and over and over again with this franchise. And it's why we caution here, speculate responsibly, right? We have a lot of fun speculating on things. And I know Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars, he loves just making up stuff, right? He's crazy. That boy is crazy. But he has fun. If you're having fun and you're speculating, as long as you don't get so tied up in your speculation that you get mad when they don't do what you wanted, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Robert's Archive. Hello there. Hey, here's a guy. It says, I have you in my headphones in the eye doctor waiting for a room. Oh, boy. Well, I hope the eye exam goes well. And you remind me of something here. I did a show during the holidays with some folks over at Stay on Target. It's one of the most fun things that I did during the holiday season. I appeared on their show. We answered questions. We talked about Star Wars. We had a great time. And you know what? Those guys had two strikes against them, right? They have two strikes against them. One, they live in that state up north. If you're from Ohio, you know what that state up north is. We don't like them, right? That state up north, no good, right? It's a blight until you get into the upper peninsula, the up north. Then that's okay. It's that part in between, right? So they got that going against them, right off the bat. But then secondly, they got some takes on Star Wars that are different than mine. Anybody who doesn't like Star Wars the way that I like Star Wars is already wrong. No, I kid. But that's how fans are, right? That's how fans are. You don't agree with me, you're wrong, right? Folks, there's plenty of room in Star Wars for people to have different opinions, but I had so much fun talking to those guys. I really did. What a wonderful, the three of them, just fantastic people. I had a great time. AI slop's not for me. I prefer humans. Even garbage Netflix or Disney shows at least have heart. Meg, I generally agree with you. There's a lot of things going on right now. People are, and I think Meg covered this fairly well the other day. She said, like fans' dissatisfaction with Disney, Lucasfilm have caused them to kind of pursue this AI stuff. And I think it's getting a lot more support than it maybe normally would, but maybe not. I think the quality of the content has gotten so much better. You go back and watch some fan film stuff like before this, some of it's great and some of it's not so great, but it's all made from passion and heart. And the stuff that AI generates, I get your point about it maybe lacking some passion and heart because the AI tools can only do what the AI tools do. And as I mentioned before, as people do more with them, it will learn more. It will get better. And sort of the part that makes it have that heartbeat, the part that makes it really, really good, to be lacking with a lot of this. So I generally agree with you. I really do. Yeah, the anti-Catholic people might change their tune in a year or two. You never know. Hello, there's I Hadja. Good to see you as well. And Nick Holden. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Because remember the days of the Force Awakens? Weren't those great days? It's like the prequel fans today. They're like, weren't the prequel era? Wasn't that like the best? That was the best era of Star Wars. The prequels, they're clearly the best. And then you got old codgers like me, right? Right. Old grumpy old men who's like, you kids, get off my lawn. Get out of here with your Star Wars prequel love and nonsense, right? But people love what they love. And I appreciate those who have a great passion and love for the prequel era, even though I don't share it. And I love the sequels. Hey, that's me. There's Fitz, Robert. The grifters are going to grift. Amen. And they'll continue to complain long after KK is gone. Well, look, we have proof of that. Before the Disney era, when we had the George Lucas era, the golden years, everybody talks about when we all just sang Kumbaya and can't we all just get along? We were arm in arm, just Star Wars loving fans. That's not how it was. That's not how it was. There was already plenty of arguing going on. We had plenty of people who thought George Lucas kind of lost his way. The dude needs some help. He doesn't know how to write Star Wars anymore. Back off, slow down. I'm just saying that's what people were saying. Yeah, it's people have always been fighting about this stuff. You just gotta, let it roll off. Let people get it out of their system. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. But there's plenty of room for other people to have different opinions than you, right? Look up here. Poking the bear. Poking the bear. You're sitting here with your nasty hat on in the eye doctor. Maybe that's why you're your eye doctor. You're like, the eye doctor, man, there's something wrong with my vision. Well, take off that hat. That'd be first thing to do. She-Hulk was awful, but at least humans performed in it. AI films are fine, but don't encourage Disney to make fully AI Star Wars. Yeah, I feel the same way about my job. All right, there are people just embracing AI like, woo, isn't this great? Until it learns how to do your job as well or better than you do, then maybe not so much. I had you. AI needs to get in the sea. I'm over it. Yes. Toss it in the ocean, right? Yeah. Look, you're not going to get an argument. The puppy awakened. Very funny. I love that. That's great. Samuel, hello, sir. Part of the Brazilian Force Enclave community. Hey, from Brazil, our fans from the South America, Brazil. I've got coworkers from your neck of the woods, as we like to say. We've got coworkers all over North America, South America, Europe. We've even got some over into Eurasia, Asia. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Spielberg agrees with me. Attack of the Clones. Oh, definitely not rage baiting. You are, Megan. I've said this before. I wish Meg lived close to me, or I lived close to her, because we would hang out and be friends. And here's the thing, and this happens. My wife does this to me all the time. She punches me in the arm because I'm just, it calls her, aggravation. Yeah, have fun. You guys poke the bear. I poke the bear. And I'm pretty sure if Meg and I hung out together, she'd punch me too. She would. Yeah, this guy too. Right. I was a prequel kid, but there never was a graceful era for Star Wars. Right. A drunk teenager stole the Yoda cardboard cutout from our Blockbuster out of rage when Return of the Sith came out. It happens. I'm not kidding you. Lucas had the same treatment as Kennedy. Yes. Plus Cass were harassed as well. That's true. Nothing will change for those who live in the negative zone for life. Plankers. I love that. Great quote. Yes. Today makes 2 years since season 2 was announced. I saw a thing about this said, and I think it was John Campea was talking about it, when he and Robert Meyer Burnett get to talking. There was a day when these networks had television series. Now, kids, sit back. Grandpa's going to tell you a story. Right? Way back a long time ago, before you guys can ever remember. I'm being facetious, right? But a long time ago, long time ago, these networks, they made things called series. And with these series, they had things called seasons. And you know what happened? They would air a season every single year, 1 year after another, without gap. There wasn't 2 or 3 year. I know it's hard to believe. It's almost impossible to imagine that we might get a season of a show followed by what? another season of that show without, years in between. Wouldn't that be cool? What a great concept. You suppose we'll get back to it? I think we will. We need to. Right? They can't continue with this pattern. And it's something else we're going to talk about with the Kennedy and Filoni and Brennan thing here in just a bit. Right? Uh, AI Star Wars Santa prompt. Praise sequel trilogy. Yes. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Santa doesn't realize how many people in my life inadvertently know him because of how much I'm really. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. And in a good way this time. Normally she makes me blush because she embarrasses the living daylights out of me, right? But she's great. A CGI and She-Hulk wasn't the best. I love the show, and it was true to the comics. I wasn't a big fan of it, but also I wasn't a fan of She-Hulk. What are you doing? You don't land on my head. You want attention? Don't. You want to say hi? Here, say hi. Right? You can say hi. Yeah, right there. They're right in there. See that? Yeah. Don't land on my head. Okay, here, sit down. Uh, I wasn't a fan of the comics, so fair enough. You're a fan of something. I like when things are true to their source material, and that's the case. That's great. Um, Attack of the Clones was the only prequel movie I saw twice, so I guess that makes it my favorite. Ooh, there's a hot take. Hey, you and Meg get along. I liked The Phantom Menace. I watched it 2 times in the theater. I bought it on VHS. I bought it on DVD. I bought the special case that had all kind of bonus stuff. It was great, big. I've got it around here, so I ought to bring it out sometime. The Phantom Menace. I was a Phantom Menace defender. I was like, you grumpy old people, you don't understand Star Wars. Star Wars is for fun, and this movie is great. I loved it. And then things happen. What do we got? The Mandalorian and Grogu must be good. We need a New Republic trilogy. Look, that would be great. Seasons would start and end like the school year, like clockwork. Oh, the good old days. But right? Am I right? You remember too? There used to be this thing that would happen right before the seasons would start to be like these season previews, and it'd be like an hour long or 90-minute show that would give you like 5-minute bits from each of the series on that network. And they would like interview the actors. They would do fun behind the scenes stuff and get you really excited about that next season. The good old days. Yeah. We had 9 years straight of The Flash, and there were over 20 episodes. See, you guys, you get it. Hey, Baymax. Hello. Good afternoon, elves. Hope everyone's enjoyed their day off at the workshop. That's right. Back to work, Baymax. Yeah, enough. I've had enough of the slacking. You got to get back to work. You got a quota to meet. I need. Yes. He is a bold one. Attack of the Clones is probably the most important prequel movie. Well, the most important parts of Attack of the Clones are the part they cut out. I only kid a little bit. The parts cut out of Attack of the Clones are some of the best content from the prequel era, and it's a shame that it's sitting on the cutting room floor. And Meg she loves to cover this stuff. Meg's covered it before, and I've gotten into it. Look, some of the cut scenes from Attack of the Clones, I'm not kidding, really important content. And most people don't really know that much about it. Yeah, the network showcase. Puppet Yoda. Yes, I blame Game of Thrones for modern seasons of TV taking multiple years to come out. Yeah, that budget, Hollywood, right? Attack of the Clones deleted scenes might be as goated as Andor. Look, I agree with you, Meg. I really do. Attack of the Clones deleted scenes. You put them together, there's some gold in there. Some really, really good like lore that's left out, right? Okay, so I want to get into one of the first. We have one of the first topics here. We're going to talk about this article about Starfighter. It says a lightsaber duel shot by Tom Cruise. You guys are familiar with this story. Look, Santa comes late. It's the end of the week. You guys have already read the stories. You've watched the videos. You know all about it. I'm just going to give you my little take on it here. And I'm going to throw out something that came to me yesterday when I was chatting with Mike from A Guy Who Loves Star Wars. I was chatting with him, and something popped into my little old nugget of a brain. I want to throw it out there and get to see what you think. And let's get into the story a little bit, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. This is John Levy. He was doing his thing, right? They're shooting the movie, and the helicopter comes. Guess whose helicopter? Tom Cruise's helicopter. That's whose. And Tom Cruise comes in and says, and I love how he name drops here, right? He just drops it like it's a little nugget, but it's the Steven Spielberg. That's not a little nugget. That's huge. All right. He says last week Steven Spielberg was here. Just a little name drop. Just, that's okay. And now Tom Cruise is wielding a camera, ruining very nice shots. Very nice shoes, right? Now, when you see the movie, you'll know part shot by Tom. How cool is that? So it says they had multiple celebrity visitors, including Cruise and Spielberg. While Spielberg was providing pearls of wisdom, Cruise enthusiastically took up Levy's joking offer to jump on one of the cameras and waded into a muddy pond to shoot the scene. This is when my brain just thought of a thing. A muddy pond. And Mike was trying to say, well, what could it be? What muddy pond? What planet could we be visiting? A planet we know? Is it a new planet? Have we seen muddy ponds before? And where would we have a lightsaber scene in a muddy pond? And I was thinking, muddy pond. And I thought of the Webbish Bog. You guys remember the Webbish Bog? And the Webbish Bog thing that gave Kylo Ren a pearl of wisdom that was cut from the movie, but there's proof that it existed. There was this Webbish Bog, and this big creature comes out of it and tells Kylo Ren some stuff. It's a Force guy, right? Do you remember where that Webbish Bog was? Do you remember where the Webbish Bog took place? You know where it is, right? It's Mustafar. What if, just throwing it out there, what if there's another lightsaber duel on Mustafar involving this Webbish Bog area? Okay, there you go. It's my harebrained idea. And I have no hair. So, take it for what it is. Take it for what it is. I think that would be cool. I know a lot of people are like, oh, enough for this tying into the sequels. Rawr. Right? Hey, I love the sequels. And Mustafar, that ties back to the prequels. You guys ought to like the prequels. And the Webbish Bog wasn't even in, the sequels. They cut it. So, it could be fine. Could be great. How fun could that be? And who would be, this just leads me down a path. Who would be hanging out on Mustafar near the Webbish Bog that would get in a fight with somebody? Would it be a red lightsaber of somebody who's been hanging out in Vader's castle, learning from this Webbish Bog creature? I don't know. Things to think about. Things that just populate my brain. Yes, Mustafar is healed now, right? That could be cool. That could be really cool. At least in my brain it is, right? Baymax, I want a pay raise, or I'll release the deleted scene of you at your Ray shrine. Oh, Baymax, don't make me come in there, right? Like you tell your kids, you behave in there. Don't make me come in there. Don't do it. Don't make me come in there. I love the Detective Kenobi scenes. Tom Cruise literally is his Family Guy parody. He is. He really is. But something occurs to me too. Tom Cruise behind a scene during a lightsaber fight, behind the camera, right? Behind the camera at a lightsaber fight. Tom Cruise knows one thing. It's action movies. Tom Cruise shooting an action sequence, who knows action movies, It could be just a fantastic cinematography work, right? Could be fantastic camera work. I'm excited to learn that he's behind the camera shooting an action scene. The guy knows his action scenes, like him or don't, right? He's a bit of a quirky kind of dude, but boy, he knows action, and that should be fantastic. Um, yeah, AI is going to wipe out humanity. Why are we racing towards the cliff? I know it's like people don't watch Terminator movies. Go watch the Terminator movies, kids. It's look, it's only partially a joke. Or go watch. There's another real good one. Oh shoot, I just lost it. The policeman who becomes like a cyborg. Dude, a really good, really good show. Really good movie. You guys will think of it before me, right? Yeah. It was amazing to see technology being pushed back then. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. The other release PR shot has them on some sort of water skimmer. Yes. Yeah. Lightsabers will yeah. I don't know if that's going to be the same place or not. Hard to say. Hard to say. If it's on Mustafar, that's not a water planet. Even a healed Mustafar isn't going to have big oceans like that. It gives me promise too. We're going to be seeing multiple planets, which Star Wars. You got to have multiple planets. And I'm tired, like many of you. I'm tired of just desert all the time, right? All the time, desert. Yeah, I said Dagobah yesterday. Hef beer would have been Kylo tossed saber to. Yeah, oh, it could be, but I wouldn't think that'd be muddy waters. That's more ocean. Like they had big turbulent, like the North Sea, or like, uh, or like up in what is it? It's Lake Superior, right? Like these big bodies of water, big turbulent waves, that kind of thing. Mia has the red lightsaber. It could be Mia Goth having a battle with somebody on Mustafar at the Webbish Bog. How about that? We need the Webbish Bog. That could be great. The other guy, Matt Smith, isn't Force sensitive. That's true. Baymax, something to think about is that Santa for a little bird told me, Elf, trust me, bro. Elf, trust me, bro. Yeah, a little bird told me. A Peanut was talking to me the other day, and Peanut told me a little thing. Yeah, we could do that. Webbish Bog seemed to be tracking a direction of being Palpatine puppet too. Right. Like a dark side Sith-ish kind of instructor. It seemed to be like the wise monk up on the hill. The Webbish Bog seemed to have knowledge and was imparting wisdom and knowledge, right? Meg, I'll be back. Okay, thank you. Hello there, RoboCop. That's the movie, RoboCop. Go watch some movies with AI in the future. There's lots of them. And none of them are good. Not for humanity. I don't know why we seem to be like on this path that says, hey, we need to get in a hurry to teach machines to do our job. I'm 58 years old. It's 70. I got 12 years. 12 years here in the United States before I can pull full retirement, full Social Security retirement, assuming that the world still exists 12 years from now. Lord only knows. Yeah, I got to make it. You guys quit teaching AI how to do jobs, right? Starfighter's going to be wet no matter what. You're not wrong. Numerous movies about AI were suddenly wiped from everyone's memories one day. I know. Sardinia, but in space, still a great pasta. Italy. That's an Italy reference. Why do we think planets are all sort of one geography? Well, that's always been the case with Star Wars, except for, George did that a lot, right? Like almost all his planets were single biome, right? Tatooine, desert, Hoth, snow. What's the other? You go to. Oh shoot, my brain's failing on me now. Yoda was on Dagobah, swamp. Like where's the planet that has like all the different things? we had a little bit of it in the prequels, but for the most part, throughout the prequels, even it's one biome per planet, whatever, right? Uh, the shoreline beach area will be muddy in theory. I get it. I get it, but I don't know. Yeah, and planets are small in Star Wars too. That's true. They're all the size of like our moon here on planet Earth, right? It's big, but it's also it's a moon. It's not the size of the Earth. The Webbish Bog was canon Vader comics too. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, the wise spider pig in the swamp. Oh, Dale, that's a good one. Yeah, the Webbish Bog. I hope we're getting different dark side users than the Sith. Yes, it's time to move on. Right? Like the Night Sisters, they're dark side Force users, right? I mean, uh, let's see. I made a Terminator joke and nobody caught it. Oh no. Oh, I got it. I didn't get the Schwarzenegger influx there, right? You said, I'll be back. You said that. I read it as, I'll be back. Right? No, I got it. Peace. Yeah, Naboo is the only exception, right? Remember when Death Star was built near Geonosis and then the fans realized how far across it had to travel to get to Scarif? I know. Look, yeah, don't get me started on that stuff. I'd love to see a Star Wars planet with wild weather. Camino. Yeah, Camino's another one. All water. I mean, I guess you could say that The Last Jedi, we had a little bit, right? We got the island in the middle of the ocean. There's been some, things. Uh, I said, I had to compliment Meg's comment. Nobody caught it still. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to call it the Webbish Bog, right? We saw Tom Cruise shooting a lightsaber fight in the Webbish Bog. Because, you're allowed to make up stuff. I'm going to make it up. Maybe I'm wrong, right? It could be. I mean, that big water scene, I think it's more likely that the water scene comes from Resistance, right? Where we had the races. I think that theory is most likely. Very funny. Yeah, you got short little arms. I mean, you elves, I can put things up high. You can't get to them. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, the Webbish Bog. Maybe Tom Cruise did a lightsaber scene in the Webbish Bog. How cool would that be? Sequel haters would hate it, but I would love it. I'd be happy. And you know what? If it's a great action scene and it's a great story, people will start to get over the whole sequel hate. It'll happen. It'll happen. Yeah, Castellan. That's it. Okay, that's the first story. Tom Cruise behind the camera, shot a lightsaber scene. Maybe in the Webbish Bog on Mustafa. Maybe not. Who knows? I think it could be. So there's that. Secondly, and this is kind of a quick bit, that season 2 coming in 2026. It's right there on Disney Plus. Old and in your face, right? Season 2 coming 2026. Fantastic. You see, it's the first season was 2023. 3 years between seasons, unacceptable. We need to be quicker, right? We need to be quicker. So there you go. There's that. So Ahsoka, season 2. We're still very unclear on the timing of all these things, right? And I was talking about this on our members supporters call this week. We still don't have a date for, let's say, the Maul Shadow Lord. We can guess. And Meg said this the other day too. Lucasfilm gives us nothing, so we're left to like reading between the lines on things. We're left to trying to connect the dots ourselves. And sometimes, we can make straight connections and it's very clear. Other times they go roundabout and through the woods and we can hardly figure it out. it would seem that Maul Shadow Lord would be coming soon. But then we get this announcement from Marvel Comics saying that we've got this comic series coming before the animated series. And the first issue of the comic series is supposed to come out in early March. How many episodes or how many issues of the comic before the first episode of the animated show? Is it one comic and then the animated show starts right along and then back and forth? Or do we have to wait till how many episodes or how many issues of the comic exist? Are there 6 of them? 8? 4? I don't know. And does Shadow Lord come out at the end, at the beginning, in the middle? We don't know. We could guess, right? The best guess is that Shadow Lord's going to come out in March. We know that Mando-Grogu is coming out in May. Ahsoka season 2, presumably August, September. But these are all guesses. We don't have dates. And I mentioned this. We do not have one single date for any Star Wars project on Disney Plus. We don't have a date. We have year 2026. But you can't give me a single Disney Plus Star Wars 2026 project that has a release date. How bad is that? Yikes. It makes me crazy is what it does. It makes me crazy. Like, how hard is it, Lucasfilm? Just give us a date. This came up first. So let me, what did I do? Did I close the wrong tab? I did. I'm going to open this back up. Hold on a second here. Because I brought up the Lucasfilm leadership team. Leadership. All right. The Lucasfilm leadership team. Might as well get into this, right? Kathleen Kennedy. We had, let's see, what do we got first of all? Let's just get caught up here. Can someone legit explain to me why so many people have a whole hilt to hold, but everyone holds a centimeter from the hot plasma? Just the lights. Yeah, good point. Yeah, the leak stills look really great. Can't wait until we get the full-fledged trailer on, release for everyone. 5 years between seasons 4 and 5. Stranger Things. Yeah, that was bad too. Mike Porter. There he is, the chosen pun himself. Mike Porter. Good to see you, my friend. I hope things are going well for you as well. Seasons take time, but 2 or 3 years for those canceled projects that waste time on. Well, we'll see. Wouldn't put it past John and Dave to have end credit scene that says Zeb will return in Ahsoka season 2, followed by the first teaser playing only in theaters. Perhaps. Baymax says Shadow Lord makes more sense to come later after the comic run. Right. This is the question. And is the comic run 6 episodes or 6 issues? If it's 6 issues, and the first one's in March, April, May, June, July, August. I mean, Shadow Lord's not until August, September. And Ahsoka's August, September. Shadow Lord is how many episodes? 6, 8, 10, 12, 24? We don't know. When does it start? Are they going to overlap? We're going to have Ahsoka on Wednesdays and Maul on Friday? I don't know. This is my problem. Like, they're all 2026. Here it is, January 9th. We don't have a date for a single anything on Disney Plus. We have a date for the comic. We have a date for the movie. We know these projects are coming on Disney Plus, but when? We're guessing. We're all guessing. Mike says, my dad brain joke is hurt. Well, Mike, I saved a couple that I skipped. I've got a Mike Porter dad joke of the day today, even though you're taking a break. One that's never been aired here, right? Tell him, right? Yeah. Comic run for Shadow Lord was supposed to come prior to the series, right? Like a prelude. Well, at least episode 1 is, issue 1 is supposed to become first. I don't know. uh, little Sunday film. Um, yeah. So here we go. Yeah, Ahsoka will be on its own late 2026. Watch, it'll be December 31st. Yeah. Let's talk about the leadership change that's imminent. Is it coming in February, March, April? We don't know. But let me just get to a few things. And this, I've said this a long time ago, more than a year ago. I talked about this. Meg has already talked about this. We've talked about it in the community multiple times. If you're new here, we just cover this here just a little bit. It says the rumor is that Lin Brennan and Dave Filoni are going to take over for Kathleen Kennedy when she steps down. I want to just point out a couple of things. Right now, today, Kathleen Kennedy is the CEO and president of Lucasfilm. You know who else is the president of Lucasfilm? We have co-presidents of Lucasfilm today, right now, my friend. Right? The co-president of Lucasfilm is Lin Brennan. She is the president of Lucasfilm alongside Kathleen Kennedy, heir apparent. I've said this a long time ago. Lin Brennan has been the successor to Kathleen Kennedy forever, and it's right on their website. Not hard to read. Nobody else on the website has that same title. We've got Carrie Beck, Dave Filoni, and Momita Sengupta as executive vice presidents at the next tier down, right? So we've got 3 executive presidents, 2 presidents, and 1 CEO. Question is, when Kathleen Kennedy steps down, Lin Brennan is president. Presumably, they'll bring in a second president, so we'll continue to have co-presidents. We'll have 1 CEO, my guess, unless they just get rid of the role entirely. We would say that Lin Brennan is going to be the CEO and president, which isn't Dave Filoni stepping in to take place of Kathleen Kennedy. Lin Brennan would be doing that. Dave Filoni's job title today, right now, he's the Chief Creative Officer. If you look at that, his job title, job role, it's entirely over the content of Star Wars, Lucasfilm. It's not part of the content, it's all of the content. He is the Chief Creative Officer. If you change his title from Executive Vice President to President, what changes in his role? Still the CCO, right? Maybe he's President and Chief Creative Officer. Notice today, Lin Brennan is the President and General Manager. My guess is you might see this same tier kind of continue, right? We will see Dave as President, or still Executive Vice President. Doesn't matter. I could care less what his title is behind Chief Creative Officer, that he is leading the creative decisions at Lucasfilm. That's what we all want. Changing his, the title after that, President, Executive President, Grand Poobah of Lucasfilm, doesn't matter. It does not matter, right? I could care less. He's going to continue with an elevated title or not an elevated title. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Then Carrie Beck is the Executive Vice President, Live Action Development and Production. My guess is she continues that. Momita, she is the Executive Vice President of Physical Production. Physical production. I don't know what that job is either, but who knows? Doesn't matter, right? I think at the end of the day, what we see is Kathleen Kennedy will step down as CEO and president. I've heard that she's not leaving Lucasfilm. She's staying there. She's not retiring. She's not leaving. She said herself, I'm not retiring. I have heard internally the messaging has been she's staying. She's not leaving Lucasfilm whatsoever. She's just still going to be there. She's just relinquishing the title of CEO. She may be president even. I don't know. I'm not working. I don't sit at the table. Let's say she leaves. Let's say she doesn't leave. What changes? I don't know. And this gets to what Meg was saying earlier, I think. You put Lin Brennan in as CEO and president. Does anything change you get any kind of mass change. I saw Josh Lucas talking about it on Den of Nerds. His fear is that nothing changes. I don't share his same fear, but it could just be the same. It could just be the same. Things that Lucasfilm won't change in any kind of grand manner just because Kathleen Kennedy relinquishes the title of CEO and Lin-Wen Brennan takes on that role. And Dave Filoni's executive vice president changes to president or grand poobah or whatever. I don't know. Does it matter? Does it matter? Let's get more Star Wars. One thing that I think needs to change. Well, there's several things. I should have put this in a poll. I'll just ask you guys to put it in the chat. Things that should change at Lucasfilm after Kathleen Kennedy relinquishes the title of CEO. One thing I think is that projects like seasons should happen more frequently. Secondly, they should get somebody who has the authority to communicate, put in some sort of role with fan, social media, marketing, communications. They should put a new person in charge there and give them a seat at the table that needs no approval. They can just publish things, and they keep their ear to the ground on what the fandom is asking, what's kind of speculating about, and they give meaningful direction for what's going on. I would love to see those two changes, right? Those are the two big changes I would like to see. Yeah, so that the rest of it is what it is. Will it happen today, tomorrow, next week, next month? I don't know. But it's imminent, right? It's imminent that Kathleen Kennedy is going to relinquish the role of CEO. Will she leave Lucasfilm or stay at Lucasfilm? I don't know. I've been told that she's staying. Who knows, right? Hey, Tell Oblivion. Long time no see. I was good all year, promise. I just pursued your shows as David Gorlick, but he's dead. Meg's here too. Hello. Missed these chats. Good to see you, Tell Oblivion. Leadership change I'd like to see is Bob Iger leaving. Bob is supposed to leave sometime soonish, whenever that means, right? What else we have? I have serious writer's block. I wish it was. Oh, this is Mike about his daily dad jokes. No problem. Look, Mike, you're living a good life down there in Georgia. You take care of yourself. That's what matters. That I've literally never heard of the woman next. I'd never heard of her either until I looked up the leadership team to talk about this like last week. And I said, oh, well, who's this Gupta lady? I've never seen her before. Okay. I know, Greenland's where we get our reindeer from. Oh, oh no. Oh no. I was going to say, no, actually, most of them come from Norway. Norway is where we source most of our reindeer from. The world's a mess right now. No kidding. It is. Dave is already where everyone wants him to be. True. Meg says either nothing changes or everything does. I think more likely nothing. More likely nothing changes. Tomorrow the world turns, sun rises, life moves on, things are what they are. I Hadja. Just let Dave cook creatively. That's what counts. But they need to get onto this idea that there is a chief creative officer and everything after that kind of takes place from that creative's vision. But at this point, it seems to be all piecemeal where they bring in different directors, producers, and they write their own stories. And then David gets a look at the script and goes, yep, go. I don't know. That's what it seems to be from the outside. Yeah, I don't work there. I don't know. But I would think you would want more creative direction, more like concentrated influence across all of the projects where you've got one kind of source for all of it. And then, the writers all create stuff within that. He's pretty much high up as he'll practically get. Yeah, right, exactly. Grand Poobah is unironically a species now, thanks to Nubs. That's true. I've also heard the SEC is overrated. That's true. That's absolutely true, Mike. And there's one more college football playoff game, and it's between Indiana and Georgia, right? Indiana and Georgia. Is that? I could be wrong. Indiana wins, the SEC's out, right? We need more stuff. What my one takeaway is if Dave has creative control, we'll see no more grown-up Star Wars like Andor. KK won't let Gilroy work unimpeded. I don't know that that's entirely true, Baymax. I mean, that's a bit of a spin on it. Money, budgets. We're not going to get more Andor, not because not because there isn't a desire. It's because there's not that much money to make live action shows anymore, right? Live action just isn't getting the return on investment on these big budgets to be able to afford it. I think we're going to see a big hiatus on live action following Ahsoka season 2 until they figure out how to get the budgets in line with return on investment. And maybe after that point, we'll see something. Hey, I see a super chat. We'll get to it in just a second, right? They need better marketing. Yeah. And they need better fan interaction. Yeah. Social media contact. Yeah. Dave was creative exec on Acolyte. True. KK was never the big bad. That's true. Hopefully Andor paved the way for letting others cook. I hope so. Seth, Hasbro's Star Wars team has been great with communication with the fandom recently. Actually, Lucasfilm needs to copy that. They need to find something. I'm an Acolyte fan. Take that off. Take me off this list. Look, I don't hate the Acolyte. It's got problems, right? It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Dave learned a few lessons over the last couple of years. Story Group has been instructed to help creators make the best Star Wars they want to make. Guidance, but enough to hang themselves. I saw reindeer taking shelter during a rainstorm. So they really reindeer? I get the joke, Mike. It would come down to directors and production of the final outcome. Yeah. All content aside, I know the culture within Lucasfilm changed negatively under KK. I don't think that will change, though, and certainly not anytime soon. I don't know that it changed. It's true. I mean, it did change negatively in some aspects. Change is difficult in big companies. I've worked for corporations before that had changes in leadership, and it changes the culture. And some people prefer the old culture to the new culture. And so they'll say, well, the culture declined. Although people who like the new culture will say, well, the culture is improved. It's a little, that's sort of a perception kind of term, right? Indiana and Oregon, that's it. I shocked to see Indiana beat Alabama. Oh, they gave a whoop down on them the other day. There it is. Joel Davis. Hello. Any rumors or leaks you can give us for the start of the year? Leaks or rumors? Let me think. $5 super chat. Leaks or rumors for the start of the year? The best one I can give you, and this is the absolute best, and I can't be too specific, but keep your eyes and ears on the animation front. Eyes and ears on the animation front for something significant that has not been announced yet. There's something significant in the works I'm aware of, only a little bit, but look for something on the animation side in Star Wars, something big, something substantial. I'm not talking about a Vision season. I'm not talking about a Tales of season. I'm not talking about Shadow Lord. I'm talking about something new and big. Watch for it. Listen for it. There's something in there. There's something in the pipeline. I'm just not free to say too much more about it. what's the success bar for Mando and Grogu? Success bar, I think, is somewhere north of 350 million, 400 million. Although I think the upside potential is far more than 500 million. In fact, my guess, if I were just today looking in my, crystal ball, my best guess for Mando-Grogu box office globally is north of 600 million, which would be a tremendous success. Box office globally for Mando-Grogu north of 600 million. That's my best guess. And I've got reasons. I got it. Yeah. He said 600 million. Yeah, I think so. People will always find reasons to hate and rage bait. Yes, they will. 750. What's the upside potential? So what's the success bar? Success bar is north of 350, 400. I think realistic potential is north of 600. I think high side, like really, really high side potential for Mando-Grogu gets to $1 billion. 1 billion. I think it's not out of reach. Put it that way. All from a certain point of view. Algorithms change to be more negative. That's true. Let me just see if I get caught up. Star Wars fans have always loved to bicker with each other. That's true. I love to bicker with somebody, but not in a mean, nasty kind of way. Just, fun, right? OT anime would be cool to rein in the younger kids. I agree. Omega, the Starfighter animated series. Could be. I don't know. I doubt it. Peanut. What have I said about being on the head? You want to say hi again? Say hi. Say hello to everybody. You see them? They're right in there. Yeah. That's where they are. That's where all the people are. Right? Quit jumping on my head. Okay. 600 million sounds reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. Peanuts. Yeah, we're stuck in the works. Okay. Next story. These fan films. These fan films have been getting a little bit of a buzz lately. And let me just pull that up here. Beggar's Canyon is the one that a lot of people have been talking about here recently, but there's a lot of others. And I just did this I watched this Beggar's Canyon. I thought it was from a pure technical aspect, like the AI, the live action ness of it, the quality of the animation, all of that, extremely good. The story as a whole, fine. The pacing and the content of it, not really for me. Look, it's fine. It's fine. It's the quality to watch it, visually impressive, visually impressive, but it's not exciting. It doesn't like get my juices flowing for Star Wars. I'm like, oh, this is cool. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, pretty cool. But not, it's not all that for me. I think that's a lot of overhype. Again, I've covered fan films since the channel started. I think that's a great, fine fan film piece of work. And what we see, I think, is this trend towards taking EU content, feeding it into the AI, and letting the AI give us back a visual representation of that, which I think is going to be far better than a lot of animated work that people have done in the past. And that animated work has been sometimes not awesome. So we'll see. I think that's the future of like taking EU, feeding it in, getting great representation out. So for the folks who haven't read the books, they can watch the video, and the videos are going to be quite watchable, right? They're going to be very watchable. The actual story itself will come from EU Legends kind of books. And for fans of that stuff, they're going to give you other ways to consume that content. And that's not bad. That's not bad. I got a little bit different take than Meg did. Meg was like, it's a sign of dissatisfaction fans have with Disney era Lucasfilm Star Wars. Yes and no. For the most part, it's about the passion people have for Star Wars and the content they want to see. And then people are finding that as an outlet to kind of express their interest in Star Wars without supporting. So from that aspect, yes, but also no. I mean, people aren't doing it to, I'll show Disney. They're doing it because they love Star Wars. So there's that. And look at that. This was all AI stuff too. There was this video I saw about Luke having a conversation with Darth Bane. Interesting enough. It's kind of dry and just kind of, but the content is good. It looks great. You can hardly tell at all, if at all, that it was, AI created. But then I did this. I just did a search. Just to give you an idea. This is a search, Star Wars fan film. Within the last 30 days. And just some of the content that comes up here, right? It just comes on, you can just read. There's a lot of coverage of things. Here's Rangers on the Run, Beggar's Canyon. There's the whole thing with Darth Bane. There's another one that involves Hoth. It just goes on and on and on. Here's a more traditional Dark Jedi Star Wars story fan film. They go on and on. It's really good stuff. Here's the folks over at EBN. Coach, they're looking quite amazed. There's lots of stuff. Star Wars fan films have been around, and they're only going to grow. Right? They're only going to grow. And as I said earlier, the more we teach them how to do it, the better it will get. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. I'm not in favor of it, but that's me. I don't think AI is good for us as a whole. Baymax, Beggar's Canyon was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Peanut wants to be the head. World Between Worlds looked better than Ahsoka. It was interesting. I thought their World Between Worlds take was interesting. Nah. Yeah, it was impressive, but I haven't watched it. I pretty much decided not to give those guys attention. Boycott AI, like the fanboys boycotted Disney Lucasfilm. Fair, Dale. Absolutely fair. I hate AI, but it probably fruitless to boycott it. Yeah, come to terms, but I hate it. I'm with you. I absolutely with you, KG. I hate it. I'm coming to terms with it, but it's. I'm going to kind of drag my feet as much as I can, at the same time accepting that the world changes, things improve. You need to do a show at some point about how Star Wars is swiftly resembling a bona fide religion. Oh, we chatted about this a little bit, Baymax. There are absolutely religious factions within the Star Wars community. If we look at the Star Wars as a whole, as a religion, which in some places it is, but that's neither here nor there. Just as a primer, right? If you look at Star Wars as a whole, as a religion, and then you were to look at each of the factions around like prequel era, original trilogy era, sequel era, you got Mando era, so on and so forth. And the correlation between each of those factions and religious factions and the adherence to it and the amount of passion that goes into all of it. There's a lot of parallel there. Make money off of channels and paying for the IP or brand. Yeah, that's all going to go back to Lucasfilm at some point. Smash Elves, smash like Elves. Thank you for that. Yeah. So there was another story came out. It's a pretty good one. And you guys already saw I had it on here. It's this still of Din Djarin and Grogu came from Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Tonight. What I can't remember. Source. I should remember the source. Shame on me. But this is the image a very high res image you can kind of zoom in on and pick up some details out of, and people have had a lot of fun with it. I saw Mike having fun with it yesterday. There's a lot here to have fun with. One thing that I noticed, and it came because I was looking at this thing that Mike kind of got obsessed with. But let me just zoom in here, and Mike got obsessed with this little splash of red. To me, this looks more like paint transfer. Like he beat up something that had some red paint on it. That looks like paint transfer to me. But look at the reflection in the chest piece here. Is that interesting? Does that reflection, what's this reflection about? I mean, it sort of looks like a head, an ear, an arm going up this way. It's probably not. What is it? I do see, like right above it, there's this canopy that's open. It could just be the locking mechanism of that. You're kind of seeing up and out, but I'm not sure. Is it a reflection of Grogu on his back? Maybe it's a reflection of that. Yeah, interesting. It is light refraction. It is light refraction, but it looks interesting. The red, I think, is just paint transfer. I don't think there's too much to read on that. I mean, he's got fresh undergarment there. The cape's got the signature tears and holes in it. It's a nice picture. I don't get too much into it. Right? Just it's fine. Right? It's fine. So that's it. That's all the major stories of the week I kind of wanted to get into. That covers that. I do want to get into, if I can, more of this AT-AT, the Gingerbread AT-AT build. I've already gone an hour, so I want to get to it. But I also, in case you guys don't want to stick around for me messing around with Legos here, building this AT-AT, I do want to. It's Mickey Mouse. It's the Mouse Overlords. That's it. That's it, Peanut. I want to do the Mike Porter dad joke. And then if you want to get on out of here, you don't want to see me do this Lego build, you can get on out of here or hang out. I'll continue to interact with you all in the chat. But I do want to do the Mike Porter dad joke here. And so let me bring it up. Mike asked this question. He said, what is polite to do when talking about Chewbacca? What's polite to do when you're talking about Chewbacca? Well, you keep your mouth closed when you're chewing. When you're talking about Chewie, right? You keep your mouth closed when you talk about Chewie. There's your Mike Porter dad joke. Thank you for that, Mike. I saved it. I saved it from when you sent that to me before the holidays. Thank you for that. Make sure you're following Mike. Do all those things. I appreciate you all being here. I'm going to move into this Lego build now. If you'd like to stick around and chat with me, I'd love that. Mike, oh, that's terrible. It's just fine, Mike. I like it. I like it. We're going to get into some Lego build. Santa building Legos. And we'll interact with you in the chat as we go. So here we go. This is it. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, share with others what we're doing here. We're having a good time. Not taking things too seriously that we get too worked up about it. Right? But also being honest. So we're up to bag number 2, step 51. We've done the first 50 steps. We're going to do the head of the AT-AT now. We're going to get into that and get through these steps here best we can today. Aggressively relaxing. Hello, happy New Year. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Please hang out if you like. So we're gonna open bag 2. It says open bag 2. Shake out all the stuff. Right. So step 1. Yeah. Right. We empty bag 2, and then I learned this lesson the last time. When it says open bag 2, it also means the bags that are inside the bag. Right. So last time I was like, wait, I don't see the thing. Well, it's because it's in the bag that was in the bag. So we have this stuff here too. So I'm going to just move these over just a little bit. And I'm going to open this bag here and dump its contents out on the table as well. Right here. There you go. There we go. It was bag number 2 emptied. And then we'll just try to get through this best we can. All right. So the first thing it wants to do is to get one of these white pieces here. Actually, yeah, it's like a square, but it's got a handle on it like that. Okay? It wants this. It's square on one side and it's got a handle on it on the other side. Right? It says get one of these and then a 6-piece like that. Okay? It says get these 2. Then take this and this, turn them over, and stick this to the bottom of that. Boom. Just like that. Done. 51. Done. Step 2 says, oh, wait. Wait. I should have looked for step 52 first. This one goes off center. Goes off center like that because step 52 shows another piece put on the other side. Quit. You behave. Behave. We take this piece and we put it on. Now this looks the other way around. I've got it upside down. So we're going to do this there. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it here. And I think that's what we need to do. Does that look like? This looks like this, right? Boom. Just like that. All right, great. Set those down. Now we need these diagonal pieces like this. It says we need one of these. That's this one. And we need one of the opposite. So this is not opposite. There you go. This is opposite. This and this. And then we attach these to this. So this goes here. We turn these upside down. And they angle towards. Right? So it goes there like that. Right? It angles inward like that. So take this piece. Second. Take this piece. Wait a second. Quit being a knucklehead. Can I quit? Maybe I can not be a knucklehead. That's not the right one. Flat part on the bottom. This is the right one. There, just like that. Aggressively relaxing says, did you take a look at this year's Lego Advent calendar? Great droid holiday theme, like Babu Frick in it. Good stuff. I love Advent calendars. I don't have any myself. I've never celebrated Advent like that, but boy, they look like so much fun. I would love to do one sometime, but it's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so there's that. Now we need 2 little gray pieces like this. There's 2 of these little guys, and it says put these at the bottom of those. Right. So it looks like we just take this, put it in there like that, and then we're going to take this, put it on here like that. Right there we go. Just like that. Nice. Okay. There we go. It's so much fun. Oh, there we go. And then we need 1 white like this. And we need 2 red like this right here. And 2 of these. Right? These are like little seats almost. Hairs, sort of. So it says take this white piece and we're going to put these 2 pieces right on top. Like that. And this one goes on top just the same. Side by side. Just like that. Boom. There we go. Just like that. And then it says turn this thing upside down. And it looks like this. Yeah. See? So see that channel there? This is going to snap right onto that channel. Right? So we're going to take this and we're going to put it over. It goes over the gray one. It goes over the gray one. Down here like that. We just need to snap that onto there. Boom. Just like that. Okay? There we go. Step 55. 56 says turn it over and take a little pink thing. I saw a thing about why does Lego give you these odd color pegs from time to time? The thing said they're place markers for you, points of reference, like putting a pin in the ground to know where you came from. So that's why they put them in there, and they get buried. You never see them. And it's like, why do you put them in there in the first place? It's to give you a point of reference. That's all. So there you go. Put that on there, and then it says to take the body that you built before. Right, this body that we built before. There's the red present, all of that, and it says this whole thing here attaches to the top of here, just like that. So, boom, that goes in. Wait a second. I think we're missing some. Nope, it doesn't go there. Santa, you done messed it up again. Okay, here, try this again. Try again. You got to pay attention when you do these things. Sometimes I don't. It goes all the way. It goes. No, I think I did get it right. But it doesn't look right because this. Am I confused? I'm confused. If this goes like this. Oh. It's because I messed this up here. This goes down a little. These are all off. Hold on. Santa. Tell you what, I'm a knucklehead. I tell you guys that all the time, but it's true. I'm absolutely a knucklehead. Let's back up just a little bit. Why these things take me longer is because sometimes, see, this red and this all lines up to the bottom. Right here. Let's try this again. Second. Okay, this all lines up there to the bottom of this. Like that. Like that. All right. It says turn it over. And does it look right? It doesn't. It doesn't. This looks like it sticks over on the back further. What do I have wrong? There's extra space, and when it goes onto there, there's more. You're a bald head, not a knucklehead. That's true, Mike. So if this doesn't go there, and this is all off, I'm so confused. Like, I don't get it. I'm going to back up again. Because this one shows a space overhanging where that red is. And it looks like the red and white go. All right, so we're going to come back here. We're going to put this down again. All right, we've got these white pieces like this. White pieces like that. And this, again, it makes it look like they go half over this piece. Like that. And it aligns with the top. Okay, half over that piece and aligns with the top. Half over this piece aligns with the top. I do think I had it. Yeah, Mike says, help him, Peanut. He needs help. I do need help. So there we go. This goes this way. All right. But so far, so good. That looks like that. I think we're good. And then takes these gray pieces, and these gray pieces look like they go right against the bottom. And all of this lines up, and this is where I keep running into problems, because I think that if this goes like that, I'll show you guys. What am I doing wrong here? Where's Matt Risman when I need him, right? So here we go, right? So this looks like that. That looks like that. White on the top here. Okay, says KG says reverse it. This looks like that, except yeah, this is causing me consternation. Oh, well, that does pivot. See that? I don't know. KG says, I don't know. Yeah, me neither. If I turn it over and the pink piece goes right on the top, like, oh, okay, I got the pink piece in the wrong place. There's that. Santa, you got some problems, boy. I've just got some issues. Let's poke that loose. That doesn't go there. That goes like here. Okay. Goes there. 3 pieces too. But this makes it look like the red and the white has space in between. And that's where I'm like, but it doesn't have space in between. I don't understand. I'm stuck because when I go to put this on the roof here, right? If I go and this has got packages here, green pieces there, got this going across the white, then this goes here. I don't think it's supposed to sit that far in front. If it goes here, oops, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's my problem. Oh, okay. I am being knuckleheaded. Remember how I told you this thing pivots? See that pivot? I was looking at this and it's right against there, but then this, it was down. That's because this pivots down. See that? Pivots down. Now it makes contact there, makes contact here. Now we're in business. Whew. That was a lot to figure out that I had it right all along. Okay. Yowza. Okay. That was crazy. All right. Now I need. Okay. We good. Yeah. Thanks, KG. And so now I need one more of these white things. I need one more of these here. Right. And we're going to put these together again, same way we did the last time. Right. This goes on here. Like this. Like that. I'm going to get another one and it's going to go on same way. Like that. We're going to rinse and repeat. So now I need an angled piece here. It angles the other way. Turn it. This is where I get, hold on. Short side. Yeah, like that. Just like this. All right. And then I need the other angled one. Where is it? There it is. Up here. Short side goes at the bottom. And wait. No, not that one. Here we go. This one. Go. Just like that. Boom. There. Same. Have to go. Have a great weekend. Hey, you too. Thanks for what? While you were watching, you're giving me encouragement. Have a great weekend, Fitz. You're there encouraging me, KG. You're kind of, telling me it's okay. You'll figure it out. Right? That's good. All right. So now we do the same thing. We just need this white piece here. We need 2 of these little red pieces here, and they go on the white one like that. Once you've done it once, it's really easy to do the next time. So there's those 2. Boom. They go right on there. Boom. Just like that. And then take this piece, turn this over like that. And then, what's this say? So far, so good. Oh, this goes right on top of that. This is a little bit different. This is just a little bit different. It goes on top like that. We don't have the gray piece. This goes right on there. Then this shows take 2 more of these white pieces like this and do that again down underneath here. Right? There's one and here's one. Put them underneath there like that. Right? So we're like this over here. And then we need a long skinny one there. Just one. So it says turn it over like this. And this goes across there. Got it. Oops. This goes across here. Boom, just like that. We're in business. I think. Because now it looks wrong, right? When I look at this, first of all, this looked just like that, right? This looked just like that. And I can turn it over. I think it's just perspective. I think perspective looks off. I think it's right. Let's go here. So then it says take a red piece, take a little red spot, put the red spot on this corner right here, tracking marker, and a green spot. Put it right there, another tracking marker. Boom, boom, like that. And then this one is going to go on the other side. You put it in here, tilt it down, boom, done. Step 65. Okay, we just did that. We match. But so far so good. Yay. Aha. Fantastic. All right. 66. Order 66. We're up to step 66. All right, we need this long piece here, and we need one brown square like that, and it just goes on here. Boom, done. That's 66. 67, we need two little arm pieces. So here they are. I call them arm pieces because a lot of times these look like hands when they're done. So we'll take that, put it here, and they go on each side of that. Typically, these little pieces like this hold something, right? And then now it wants us to take one guy like this and one tan one like that. They've got a little hole in them. See that little hole right there? We need a tan one with that hole. It's right there. Right? And these go right on top. So tan one in front, gray one in back. Boom. Done. Next. 69. All right. Now we need two overhangs. There's one. There's another. And then we just need a two-piece right there. And it says take on the bottom of these. This goes on there. That. And do the same thing on this one. This one. Put this on the bottom of it. Just like that. Boom. Just like that. And then these go on top each side. One and two. There we go. Done. Now we need this guy here. There's one of these guys, and it goes right on top of everything. So it goes right over top. Now, something doesn't look right. Oh, I skipped a thing. I can see right back here. I was supposed to take a 6 spot like this, put it right on top like that. Now this goes right on top like that. Make sure, yeah, both of these have a hole. So this thing here, yep, just goes right on there. Just like that. Boom. That's step 70. 71. Now we need an edge piece, like an angled, this guy here. And then we need one little brown piece like this right here. That's these two. And one goes in front of the other. So let me see here. Let me get it right. Goes right on the front. Like this. And then this wedge piece goes on the front of that. Like that. Yeah, angled just like that. Got it. Then, now we need these two pieces here. There's one of those, there's the other. And then we need two barrel pieces. Here's a barrel piece. Another barrel piece. Another barrel piece. There's one. Oh, there it is. It's on top of this one. Sorry. There's two of those. And then two red barrel pieces. There's a red barrel piece and another red barrel piece. Like that. 72. And it says take the red one, put a white one on front of it. That. And then put the shooty piece on the other. So we're candy striped a little bit there, right? Just like that. There's one, and then make the other one. This, like that. And then wait, the other way. Take this one, take that one. And this goes on the other side like that. And boom, we got two of these guys. Now, see what I mean about these look like they hold stuff? Because it does. Each side of this is going to hold one of these. Right? So you click this in there. We're going to click this one on the other one. Like that. Boom. Boom and boom. Done. Next side. 73. 73. We need this piece here. We need a toolbox piece here. We need a flat piece of tan. Is it this? No, that's not this. It's this one here. Sorry, right there. Need this tan piece. This tan piece. Oh, I do need that one. There. Then I need two gray, like corner pieces, sort of like that. Could be another gray corner piece, and like that. Mike Porter, have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little while, Mike. Appreciate it. So there we go. We'll take these two pieces, take this piece, and then let's see if we can assemble. Oh, this is not the right size. It's more bigger. It's 4x4. 4x4. So there. This goes here. So see you all later. See you all later, Mike. There we go. Leaves one exposed there. And then take, looks like this piece goes one in. Then this flat piece goes right inside of there. And then this piece with the handle goes on right outside of that. Boom, just like that. And this other side goes on here. Like that. Boom. There's those three. Now it says take this and add it to that. We've got all this. And this just sits right in front. Like that. There we go. Done. 73. Done. 74. 74. We need one of these. One of these. Right? We need a wonky looking white piece there, like that. And another one that is the other shape. Like this one. Maybe. That? Does that look right? I think so. So now we take this here. We take the flat edge of this. Goes on to these two studs right there. And then these wings, for lack of a better term, go on to here. There's one side. And here's the other. Oh, it's a sled. I see. We need to do that again because one's going to go on the other side. All right, so I'm just going to do that again because I already see what it is. These are the sled pieces underneath, the runners, right? So we got this piece, and then I just need, where is it? Here it is, this piece. And then I need those two white wing pieces again. All right, here's one. Where's the other one? There it is right there. All right, just like that. And we're going to build the same thing. Goes here, like that. And then other way is here like this. And then the wing pieces go on them there, just like that. And just like that. Right, boom. There's that. And then these go on the bottom. So we got our little piece here. This first one goes. Oh. Here. That. There's a space between there. I suppose that space is supposed to be there. And this one's going to go on the other side. Okay. Tell me about that space. There's a space right there. So anyway, there they go. Looks just like that. I think I got it all. All right, next. 76. 76, we got 3 little white wedge pieces. There's 1, 2, 3 little white wedge pieces. 1 white square with the rail on the bottom, this guy. Right? We need 2 gray bars. This. Here's 1. Here's another. And then we need 1 more of these little seat guys here. Right, like that. We need 1 these. And then we need these angle pieces. Here's 1, and here's the other. There's all the parts. So it says take this black piece and take this one, put it across this, and take this black piece and put it underneath there like that. These 2. And then we're going to take these, let's see, short side to long. Yep, just like that. Short side to long, just like that. Flip it over this way. This white piece goes here. Looks like it lines up with the edge. That. And then this red piece goes right on top. Clicks in place like that. Right? So this is hinged. It goes right there. KG dashing through the snow in a gingerbread. That's right, in a gingerbread AT-AT. All right, so there we go. We got that on. And then where do these 4 pieces go? Let me get these 3 little wedge pieces. They must be on the next page. 4. Did I miss? No. I don't think so. Let me see where it says to use those 3 little wedge. Oh, yep, they're right here. Okay. So flip it back over like that. And then these wedge pieces. Gingerbread makes sense. The browns and tans didn't feel Christmassy enough. There you go. Matt Risman, there he goes. Santa might finish this in time for next Christmas. I know, Matt. I needed your help earlier. Where were you? You were absent. Shame on you. Okay. See. These just go right across the top there. 1, 2, 3. Because I still have to do the lighting. I got this lighting set over here. So once I get it all put together, then I got to figure out how this light my bricks pieces go on. So these are these 3 wedge pieces here. Then we take our base piece here, like this. And then this goes right onto the front, like that. Right, just like this. Right? Is that right? Is that right? Looks right. And then it tilts. That doesn't look right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I could tell because it didn't behave correctly. This is like it wants to tilt this away. But it doesn't want to tilt that away. It wants to dislocate. Wait a second. this goes on to there. Oh, does it go this way? This red brick here. Yeah, like that. Uh-huh. That looks better. Right? So this now up and down. Like that. There we go. There we go. That's more better. That's the right way. Okay. O'er cold hearth we go, blasting all the way. Kay's getting it. She's getting the song. All right, we need one of this around. We need one of this here. Nope, not that one. This one. One and one. This goes on here. Boom, just like that. All right, 77, 78. We take one this. We take one of this right here. These are the pieces. And it says take this piece and looks like it goes right on here like that. And then this goes short side down, that, right? 78, 79. We need this brown piece here. No, yep, just like that. And then this brown piece goes onto alongside up, just like that. And then we need one little red marker piece goes here. Boom. And then I need a little like a hand piece or whatever you call that. And that goes right on top. And we turn it like that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There's step 80. Done. 81. 81. We need. Okay. I've got this. Looks like I can set it aside for just a second. Okay. Set it up there. I need one little piece like this. I need one like this. I need a square one like that. I need a white marker, a red marker, this corner piece right here, and then a 4x4. There's a 4x4. This says 4x4. Put the square in the corner like that, and then take this 2 piece goes here like that, and this piece goes here like that, and then this corner piece goes right there. I need a red one on the inside. Boom. White one on the outside. Boom. That. And then looks like you take this piece and this piece and they go together. Look at that. Red, white, red, white. Red, white, red. Just like that. Boom. There we go. Look at that. 81. Done. Bells on rebel base ring, making spirits bright. Next verse. Okay. 82. 82. We need one like piece like this, right? Got a little curve to it. Take this piece. It says turn this thing over like that. And this attaches to that. Boom. Locks them right together. Now we take one more little seat piece. We need one more square with the pieces here. And it says take, let's see if I get this right. This goes on to there. That. Yep, just like that. And then this attaches to the base, just like that. We got a nice little pivot here. Right? We're getting there. All right. That's step 83. 84. We need one red marker. We need a candy cane and a green marker. Right? And then it looks like we turn it back right side up. And where did the pink one go? I don't remember putting no pink one on. Where did I miss the pink one? Oh. No. No. Oh, maybe this is pink, not. There we go. There we go. Pink, there, and green. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, so with this oriented this way, the pink one goes on the corner here. Yep. And then the green one goes catty corner from it, just like that. And then the candy cane looks like patches right inside of this guy, like that. Great. Now we take our nose piece and we've got this piece with the pink part right there, and it attaches to the side. There. See that? Oh, I know what this is. Look. See? This is going to raise and lower. Right? Oh, what fun it is to battle in a speeder chase tonight. Oh, very good. Okay, so there we go. This is all that part. 85. Done. 86. Looks like we're going to do the same thing again. All right, so we're going to set this aside. I'm going to take this 6 piece here, 2x3. I'm going to take the round piece, stick it onto the end there, just like that. We need a white 2x3, and we need a white angle piece like this. And it says take, this goes here. Nope, Brian, pay attention. Okay, you're getting in a hurry. All right, this goes on there, like that. This goes on here, like that. That's 87. 88, we need this piece here. We need, then we just take it and attach it there. That's 88. 89. All right, so we take this, we need a red one, like that. And that's it? No, we need the little grippy, grabby piece. The red one goes, something's off. Oh, red one goes here, just like that. And the white one goes on top, like that. Boom. Avoid the Wampa, or we'll be sleeping in the Tauntaun tonight. Oh, very good. Wesker, 69. Very good. All right, 89, now 90. We're almost done, you guys. 90, we're making great progress. We got from 50. We started on step 50, 51, something like that. We're plowing through quickly. We need a 4x4 right there. We need this. We need this. We need this right here. We need that little brown like corner piece here. Yeah. I need a red and a white. There we go. All right, so take the 4x4. We'll put this on the corner. The 2 and goes here. The 1 goes there. We put this corner piece in here, angled that away. Right? And then we need to put a red one on the inside, white one on the outside, like that. And then we take this piece and put them together, like that. Red, white, red. Everything's good. Turn to the next page. Go. We need this black rounded piece, like that. We need, and that's it. So we turn this over, like so. Yep. And this black rounded piece goes on there. Nope, not like that. There we go. I'll get it seated in there better. That's better. Just like that. All right. Now we need another one of these white with another one of these red here. It says take the white and the red. Red goes on this. Right. So it pivots. And then this goes on, get it to the same, like this. Boom, just like that. There's 92, done. We got a nice little rocker arm here, right? Pivots. That's all good. The amount of tiny pieces is alarming. I know, right? Oh, it's killing me. 93. 93. Okay, here we go. It says get another pink one. I don't have another pink one necessarily. I got one from the other set. So there's pink one. Here's candy cane and then a green one like this. And it says flip it over this way. And pink one goes here. Green one goes catty corner. Then the candy cane goes down here. Snap it right into place like so. There we go. Just like that. And then this attaches to the other side. So we turn this way. And this goes this way. And we attach it right onto there. Boom. Elves are still on vacation. Usually puts elves to put them together. The smaller fingers, and they're much faster than Santa. Yeah, absolutely. Much faster. There we go. Look, these things they pivot. If I get it attached better, that would be more good. There we go. Right. Still wanting to come loose. Hold on. I see my flaw. I got this not all the way attached. Oh, I'm still wanting to pull loose. That's wanting to pull loose right there. See that? Trying to pull loose. Did I leave a piece off somewhere? This attaches to there. This goes on here. That is not wanting to attach correctly. Let's try this again. Try this. The problem is right here. Something is off. Hold on. Something is off. Because this is impacting that at the front nose piece. That's causing the problem. And it's because it's not sticking out far enough. See that? This is hitting that, and that's why we can't get along. All right, here we go. Nope. That looks the same. This goes on here. This is the same. It looks right, except it is a little precarious right up here. All right. Maybe this should be tipped up. No, tipped up is worse. I think the problem lies here. I think this is off. There we go. There we go. I found it. Okay, take that off. Put this guy back on here. Okay, there. This was off by one step, by one stud. So now this is going to want to attach better. And we're not going to run into it because it moved over one stud. Being moved over, now it's not. There we go. Now it's not running into it. All right, now they're the same. Yeah, great. Good, got it. Pivot. Where we go? Got it. Step 94. 95. 95. We need two of these right there. We need one of this right here. We need two of these little axles. We need two of these pieces here. Right. Two of these, two axles, and we need this white piece here. There we go. All right. So just take this and stick an axle into it. All right. Stick an axle into the end. Stick another axle into the other end. Like that. that. And then it says take the other one, and it goes right over top of those axles, just like that. So the axles are seated inside. All right, that's done. Then on the top, we take this white piece, put it here. This white piece goes there. And then these pieces go on the end here, like this. Right, just like that. There we go. And then we make a sandwich. Right? Put this right on top. We got ourselves a little sandwich there. That's 95, 96. 96. Says you take this thing here. No, not that part. This part. You take this part here, and this goes right over top. There we go. Just like that. Oh, then we have a crank. Crank goes right in the middle. What's it go on? Hold on. Does this crank? This is too big. This doesn't go there. There's something wrong. Oh, there's got to be a part that goes on here. I don't get it. So if this goes on, just like that, so far we're the same. Right? We're same. And then this, there's this crank with the handle. It's like this is supposed to have a part that's smaller because this is too big. It won't go on there. Where's the smaller piece? Goes on the crank. I'm missing something. Hold on. Where'd it go? Let me go back. These pieces go there. It slides together. Goes on. We got a sandwich. Take the sandwich and put it on top. And then this crank. Did this crank? Oh, ha! Okay, I'm being dumb. It'd help if I could look at it correctly, right? Yeah, a Wesker. The other side. Yes. The other side. Yeah. The small one. I was thinking this was the handle you hold on to. Like I was thinking this was this part down here, but no, I had it upside down. This goes in. This goes into there. There, like that. Woo! There we go. That's 96. All right. 97. 97. We need this long one here. Right? Just this. And this goes onto the end of this crank handle here. Boom, like that. Too far. Oh, yeah. Goes in. And see this hole that's always been here? This is going to come in and it's going to lock them right together. That, boom. Now they're locked together. Then you take this big round piece here and it goes over top of all of it. Like that. There, just like that. How about that? Good deal. That's 98. 99. Step 99. We got this 3x3, a 1x3. Got this little thing here and a green stud. Like that. So it says take this and this, and they go this way. Oh, we need two of these. Sorry. And then take this one, put it on the other end. That. And then take the 3-piece 1x3. Yeah, that's here. And then take this goes over top of this end like that. Right. And then this green spot goes right at the end. Boom, like that. All right. And then we take this whole assembly here. Oh, and this attaches to this little axle thing there. See? Now, look. See the seat down there? Closed. open, closed, open. All right, that's coming right together. It's coming right together, my friends. This is looking great. Okay, 99, 100. Step 100 says take this, and we put it through the hole there. That yellow is right in here. Slide it in. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Aha. There we go. There we go. We have got a really good start on this. Bag number 2, step 100 is done. Now, next time we move to bag number 3, that's not for today. We take these extra pieces. We're going to slide them right up here. Right, we're going to put all of our extra pieces up there so they're out of the way. All right. And then we pick up from there next time. Here we go. We made it. We made it. We're on to bag number 3 out of 5. So we got 3, 4, and 5. How many steps is there in this whole thing? Right? We made it to step 100. We got 203. We're about halfway done. Halfway done. All right. I'm going to call it done there for today. So 3, we're started bag 3 of 5. So here's bag 3. Hold on, let me just do this again. Bag 3 is here. And then bag 4 is there. And lastly, bag 5. 5 is a big one. Got a lot in it. Right? Oh, there's some wreaths in there and all kinds of fun stuff. And then when we get done with that, look here. This is what else. We've got to light my bricks. We've got 5 of these bags to do to make it all light up. So we do it very festive, right? So there you go. That's all of it. 5, 4, and 3. We pick up on bag 3 next time. We've got this part of the AT done. And I agree with one thing I saw. It'd be nice if this neck was had a pivot. It does not. It doesn't pivot in any way. It's kind of locked in. It doesn't up, down, left, right, around, none of it. So, okay, that's it. We're calling it a day. We're done. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the time we had together. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you guys next week. We get back into the regular swing of things, and we'll talk about more Star Wars next time. Make sure you go check out the folks in Stay on Target. I did a nice video with them during the holidays, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. And we'll, until next time, right? Until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.